The solution is then heated gently. And I mean gently. Which is probably the reason why I'm conducting this particular experiment and not you, Patel. Because if the mixture is heated for longer than is necessary for the color change, we get all sorts of problems. Never mind what sorts of problems, Cartwright. And you're not likely to discover them by digging around in your nose like that. The best dim-witted among you may remember...
That's all. It's nothing to do with luck, Rachel. As long as I keep turning into a dog, I'm in danger from Blocker.
Well, you'll just have to make sure you don't turn into a dog, then.
How can I?
Well, just try not to talk about it. Or even think about it.
Rachel?
What?
I'm itchy.
Oh, no, Eric. Think about something else. Quick.
I think it's too late.
Eric, if Blocker sees you, do you think that helps?
In a moment, the more observant among you, and that does not include those making bunny rabbits out of handkerchiefs, see me at the end, Parker, will begin to notice a change. You. Disrupt my class, would you? Ah, that'll do nicely.
Mr. Blocker?
Now I'm going to show you what happens to dogs who break up my chemistry class. Come here.
Mr. Blocker? Mr. Blocker!
Everything all right, John?
That dog's dead.
The hospital say the cuts are very minor, and I've sent Sandra Tapworth home suffering from shock. Apart from that, no loss of life.
I'll get him. I will.
John, I'm sure he didn't mean any harm. He's just a little dog who loves children and followed them into the lesson. Oh, come on, you're not actually going to use that thing. You can't go around shooting dogs because they annoy you.
Why not?
Because you can't. It would be a dreadful thing to do.
Make me feel better.
Apart from the rights and wrongs, it would be appallingly dangerous with all the children around. Can you imagine a great big bang in the middle of break time?
Oh, perhaps you're right.
I know I am. It's a ridiculous idea.
You're right. No loud bangs. Something much quieter. Well, hello. Is that M&R Chemists? Now, I was wondering, do you sell rat poison?
I'm telling you, he's trying to kill you.
What? You mean really?
Really? I heard him. He was ordering rat poison.
Maybe he wants to kill some rats.
The caretaker could do that. No, it has to be for you.
Well, suppose you're right.
I know, I am.
Yeah, but how's he going to get a dog to eat rat poison?
What's the matter? You look as if you've seen a ghost or something.
He's trying to kill me.
Blocker?
You were right. Rat poison.
What?
He's filling a dog biscuit with rat poison.
I knew it.
If I was an ordinary dog, I'd be dead now.
We have to do something.
In fact, I'm as good as dead anyway. You know what Blocker's like. He'll go on, and he won't stop until he's killed me.
Come on, Eric, think.
I may as well die now. Get it over with.
You mustn't talk like this.
It'd get Blocker off my back, wouldn't it?
It would, wouldn't it?
What?
That's what you have to do. You have to die. I don't mean really. Just pretend you've eaten the dog biscuit. Is that deep enough? Right, we have to make it look as though there's a body in there. So, go and fetch some logs. Yes, that looks like a good size one. That'll do. Right, and another one. Another one the same size as that, please. Okay, one more. Should do it. Okay, Eric. I think we've got enough now. Right. Start covering it up.
Anyone who uses that toilet, that's members of classes 2 and 3, will have to get my permission. In writing. What the blazes?
He's dead. Someone hated this poor, fluffy little creature so much. They murdered him. Someone gave this trusting little creature dog biscuit filled with rat poison. Who would do a thing like that? I ask you.
It's all right, I'll deal with this.
Come along, Rachel.
All right, settle down. It's only a dead dog.
Rachel, I'm so sorry.
Thanks, miss.
It was a rotten thing to have happened.
Certainly was, miss.
I'm sure it was an accident.
Do you think so, miss?
Who'd want to kill a harmless little dog like that?
Mr. Blocker hated him.
Well,
She said he wanted to kill him.
we all say things we don't mean when we're a bit upset, but I can promise you, your headmaster is a good deal more sympathetic than you give him credit for.
What's all this? What's going on? I will not have children digging up school property. Now get back to your classrooms, all of you.
She's a bit upset about her dog, sir.
Well, crying won't bring it back.
I think perhaps we ought to leave her alone.
Look, I want all this flattened out and brought back to normal before you go home.
Don't worry, Mr. Blocker, I'll see to it.
Phew. Was that what I thought it was?
Yes, Eric and Rachel buried him after assembly. The thing is, John, they think that you did it.
Did what?
Killed the dog. I had to persuade a whole party of Class 3 that you might dislike it, but you'd never actually want to kill it.
Extraordinary, isn't it?
I know, but children are so sensitive to atmospheres.
No. No, all this fuss about a scruffy little mongrel. It was a pesky nuisance. I tell you, if I hadn't, somebody else would.
What?
Oh, come on. It was extremely annoying. I think I did everyone a kindness.
came for this evening?
Woof.
You better be a dog.
I'll think of nothing else.
Anyone there? Who's there? Is anyone there? Victoria,
Good morning.
I was working late in my office last night,
Bully for you.
and I started thinking, you know, did I do wrong?
What have you done now?
The business with the dog.
When you poisoned it, you mean? I think it was utterly despicable. Well, you asked me.
I used to have a rabbit, you know,
What?
when I was a child.
Did you poison that, too?
It was called Snowy. And last night, I started remembering how I felt when he died.
It's a bit late for that now. The dog is dead.
Well, that's it. That's what I mean. I thought perhaps I could offer to give Rachel a new dog. Without admitting anything, of course. What do you think?
I'm sorry. I have a class to teach.
Yes. Yes, of course. I'll talk to her later.
He's coming.
They, said you were here. Well, Rachel, I'm very sorry about, you know, your dog.
Doesn't matter, sir. It's all over now.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. See, I thought... Isn't that...
What?
I thought he was dead.
What are you talking about, sir?
But look, he's alive.
Sir?
Your little dog. But look, it's right in front of us. Well, now he's going out of the door. Can't you see it?
Why are you doing this to me, Mr. Blocker? Don't you think you tortured me enough?
Well, I haven't got time to do it now. You'll have to come back and see me after break. All right? Right. Off you go then. I'll see you later. Oh, Rachel, I think Mr. Blocker is looking for you.
I've just seen him, Liz.
What did he say to you?
Look, he kept going on about Eric. Now, I don't know why he has to be so cruel.
Oh, I'm sure he didn't mean to be cruel. I think it's just his way of being sympathetic.
Mr. Blocker, sympathetic.
I know he often appears harsh, but he was young once himself, and I'm sure... had a rabbit he was fond of, you know.
A rabbit, miss?
Well, so he said, called Snowy. And I'm sure, he's remembering what it was like when he lost Snowy.
Thank you, miss.
That's all right, Rachel.
I feel much better now.
What do you want from me? What? Don't you think I've suffered enough? Say what you have to say and leave me alone. Snowy? Oh, Snowy, is it you? Why are you crying? Are you sad about the little doggy? I don't know what I was doing, but it just... Can you forgive me? Answer me, Snowy. Oh, come back, please. I promise I'll be good from now on. Come in.
I was wondering if I could have a word with you, Mr. Blocker.
What?
It's just that, you know, you told Rachel that you could see her little dog in the classroom the other day.
What about him?
Well, I've seen him too.
You have?
Last night, he appeared by my bed. He spoke to me.
Spoke to you?
And you no one would believe me.
Oh, wait!
Shouldn't have come.
No, please. What did he say?
He just told me to tell you. No, it's too silly.
You've got a message for me?
Not really. He just said, tell Mr. Blocker Snowy forgives him.
He said that.
I know. I'm afraid it didn't make any sense to me either.
Snowy.
I just thought I ought to tell you.
Snowy forgives me. Hallelujah. Oh, this is wonderful, Eric. I can't tell you how wonderful.
Mr. Blocker.
Oh, come in, come in. I have the most amazing thing to tell you. The dog has sent me a message.
I think I ought to be going.
Sorry?
He gave me a message from the other side.
You sure about this?
Well, of course I'm sure. Eric said that he spoke about Snowy. Now, who else knew that I had a rabbit called Snowy?
Who else, exactly?
I've been wrong all these years. And it's taken a scruffy little dog who gave his life to teach me that most important lesson. Well, I tell you, there are going to be a few changes around here. But each year will have its own pet's corner. And to set the scheme in motion, I shall be personally donating a gerbil cage and a stick insect vivarium to every classroom. Now, this does not mean that your own pets will not be welcome in the school. They will be. In fact, I shall be setting up a surgery every Thursday afternoon after school for pets with problems. We'll all stand and sing all things bright and beautiful.
you two. That was strange, wasn't it?
What was, miss?
A man who's always hated animals suddenly announcing he's going to start therapy for gerbils. I just thought it was strange.
Think so, miss?
Actually, I do, yes. Still, means you'll be able to bring your dog in now, doesn't it?
But he's dead, miss.
Oh, of course. I forgot. He is, isn't he? How tactless of me.
Off you go, little friend. It can't be. What's that dog doing?
Which dog?
That dog.
Ah, Mr. Blocker, have you met Rachel's new dog? He has quite the look of the other one, doesn't he?
I thought it was the other one.
Oh, no. Look at his ears.
Yes?
They're longer.
Oh, are they?
And his tail's quite different, isn't it, Rachel?
Yes, miss.
Now that you mention it, isn't it a bit darker, too?
I think it is. It is a bit darker.
Well, what name have you given your new dog?
You haven't thought of one yet, have you, Rachel?
No, miss.
Oh, well then. Fine young handsome chap like you. Let's see. Horatio.
Well, it's certainly a start.
But you're quite right. Mustn't rush these things. Well, young fellow, my lad, my name is Mr. Blocker, and I am the headmaster of this school. Now, why don't you and I go to the pet shop and see if we can find a nice little vitamin chew, eh? You and I are going to be best friends.
You're in for a treat tomorrow because we've got an hour-long dose of Woof starting at the same time here on Carlton Kids.